Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of RobertoBlake.com, helping you create something awesome today with
Sara Dietschy, rhymes with Peachy.
And you guys know what we're going to do today. We're going to be talking about how to become a full-time YouTuber. So Sarah, you've been on YouTube for quite a while, and you've had a tremendous journey. You're at what? Well over 250,000 now. What are you at?
280, I think.
280, crushing it. Like, didn't you pass me recently?
Maybe it's 290. I don't know. I tend to just upload videos and then close my eyes.
Yeah, no, we're still in the same neighborhood. So you have been on this YouTube journey and you do this full time, but it wasn't always that way. What would you say to aspiring creators who probably right now don't feel like it's still possible to do the YouTuber thing and do this full time?
Right. So I would say to people specifically still in school, whether you're in middle school, high school, college, is the thing that you're gonna have on your side is time. You might not think that, but it's true. You don't have to worry about rent in most cases. Maybe it's different for college, food on the table, shelter. So that is really the time to just like dig into your passions and create. And that's when you can really figure out what you want to create, whether it's on YouTube or other platforms. And once you know like your thing, your passion, that's when it's easier to strategize on like, how do I make this my job? But I think first and foremost, in the beginning, it is key to figure out what your passion is so you can make quality. Quantity is not important in the beginning. I think quality is. So when you have that moment where your stuff maybe pops off, you get eyes on it, people have a back catalog of content to go to and be like, oh, that person makes good videos.
I think that a lot of people underestimate learning the basics and learning how to make a good video. And we've talked about that stuff on your channel. What I want to ask you is, what is the hardest thing about being a YouTuber?
I would say the hardest thing about being a YouTuber is probably editing and figuring out how to fit in filming exciting stuff and getting it done. A lot of times people have a passion and then they say, okay, I want to document me knitting, but that means I have to learn how to edit. So I think my unfair advantage is that I actually really enjoy making videos. I love filming, I love editing them. So that was a fun journey for me. But if editing isn't your thing, learn it, grind, do what you have to do in the beginning.
Watch our tutorials.
But maybe that's the first thing that you try to delegate. Maybe it's like a team thing where you find someone who's interested in what you're interested into, but it's more technical. Maybe it's more into the filming and editing, and then you're gonna see, I think, things move. But if you love filming, you love editing already, you're already a step ahead. So just go for it and find your unique perspective.
That was my unfair advantage coming to YouTube too, was I was good at that. Had been doing it before YouTube existed, and I was really good at thumbnails and Photoshop.
Yeah.
For those,
clutch.
It really matters. Like even PewDiePie has recently said that was his unfair advantage starting YouTube. We see how well that worked out for him.
Yeah.
So we have a few questions here from you guys in Twitter. So I'm going to ask Sarah one of you guys' questions. This one is from Stephanie Torres. Stephanie asks, how do you change the theme of your content if your audience is already used to it? Hopefully that makes sense. I know you've had some pivots on your channel over the years. How do you change what you're doing when your audience is already used to it?
Yes. So, number one, the most important thing is you have to stay true to yourself and what you like to do, because if you don't, there's no longevity in it. So when I had the video that really went viral, How to Casey Neistat vlog, right off the bat, a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, this has to be a thing. Do how to Jesse Willens vlog, how to blah, 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 like just start doing parodies. And I had to kind of have the, okay, oh, that's exciting, that's fun, that's cool, but that is not me. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to be known for. I think my stuff is a little bit more above that. So kind of having the self-awareness of what do you like, what are, balancing that with what's also going to work on YouTube is the hard part. So the easiest part is just sticking to your guns. What are you passionate about? The second part of that is how do you balance that with what is doing well with YouTube? How do you get catchy thumbnails? How do you get catchy titles? And that's the secret sauce that is hard to put a formula to.
Yeah, if you don't know what you want to get out of YouTube, I think that makes it hard to make content all the time. In fact, we have another question here that I think focuses around that. Laura Lair asks, wow, that's a weird, interesting alliteration there. Laura Lair, I managed not to butcher it. She asks, how do you keep up with ideas when you upload, especially like every day?
So ideas aren't the hardest part for me, just because my brain is going 24/7 and I feel like it's wired for just like, what's going on in the world? What excites me? How can I make that an exciting video? So the hardest part for me is just like executing on it, just because so many things going on. So if you're having a hard time idea generating, I would, maybe just like sit down, observe what other people are doing. How can you put your own spin on it, be original in that? And 2, kind of reevaluate and make sure what you're doing is like your passion. I know I said that so many times, but
it matters.
Yeah, it matters. And because I'm so obsessed with tech and creativity and highlighting other people and doing tutorials, like I never run out of ideas, I run out of time.
It's the same issue for me. I literally have an idea bank of over 3,000 videos I could make.
Right.
And it's a matter of prioritizing the 350 I want to do this year.
Right.
Like, so that's my biggest problem,
right,
is not having all the time in the world. But the other thing I figured out is I can go to you guys. You guys are very vocal about what you want, and you might have a small audience. It might be 20, 30, 50 people. Those 20, 30, 50 people could give you an idea. A good idea could come from anywhere. So reach out. And then also, you got Twitter.
Right.
Actually, I want to ask you about that. Old school YouTubers grew their channel by focusing on YouTube. YouTube first and YouTube only. You are a social media rock star.
Thank you.
And you've grown in other platforms. You are huge in other platforms. I think you have like over 50K in Instagram now. What is
Like
it?
75.
75. See, I can't even keep up. Like, right? And then you're prolific on Twitter.
Thank you.
You tweet almost as much
I
as
wouldn't
me.
say prolific, but
I think so.
consistent.
Oh, okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to out-tweet Gary.
But I tend to play the strengths of each platform. Twitter, it's words. It's maybe pictures and video, but native to that platform. So I love just putting random thoughts out into the universe, whether they're random, funny, inspiring, or maybe it's, I'm trying to shout out my other content in a way. So yeah, just playing to each platform. Instagram, posting dope pictures and videos, and Twitter, like words still work really well on Twitter.
And conversations. Twitter's the world's water cooler.
Yeah. And Twitter has been the center of almost all of my relationships in terms of in the creative world and connecting with people. And how I connected to all the YouTubers I filmed with today, that's how we connected, was to Twitter DM. So yeah, slide into the DMs.
Yes, absolutely. Just slide right on in there.
Yep.
So, final last thoughts on how to be a full-time YouTuber. Let's really briefly talk a little bit about the thing that no one wants to talk about. Let's talk a little bit about money.
Yeah.
Like, I always talk about diversifying, and I have my own versions of that, but like, what does that look like for you and people who are a combination of the tech side, like the savvy hustle, and then entertaining? Because you do a lot of stuff that's really super entertaining, whereas I'm much more infotainment.
Right.
So,
right.
like, it's different for you. It's different for everybody, but what's yours look like?
Yeah. So in terms of money and just making a living off of YouTube, I'm doing what I basically used to do before YouTube. It's just like, but it's more exciting. So before YouTube, I would make these boring corporate videos for companies, and I would essentially work, closely with brands and make talking head interview videos or something. But now, since I have my own YouTube channel, I can partner with brands, and it's either a brand that I love and I already use, so I can shout them out in some way, integrate them in some way in my video, or they provide a really unique experience for me. Like, I get to go to the college national championship and interview the chain smokers,
Yeah.
So stuff like that gets me stoked, because it's like, okay, yes, I am giving them a lot of value, and I'm providing content, I'm providing being a personality, but also they're bringing this unique experience that I would in no shape or form be able to provide for myself.
Exactly.
So that's where most of my deal flow is. It's just working with brands.
Yeah, and I think people underestimate that there's so many ways to work with brands.
Yeah.
The same way you used to do corporate videos. I know YouTubers that they don't do brand deals in terms of being a brand ambassador, which you do very well. Some of them, they're just really good producers and editors,
right,
and they can make content that reaches that audience better than the brands can,
right,
and it costs so much money to hire actors and actresses and have an editing and
direct
production
influence, and a lot of companies are understanding it.
So now they're hiring people not only to be faces, but to be directors. They're hiring people to be art directors and producers and editors now because it's cheaper than payroll at the end of the day, or hiring an ad agency like the ones I used to work with.
Totally.
Like, so I took the skills that I had in marketing and advertising and training and all those things from my corporate life and brought them and gave them to my audience in the form of education and infotainment. You took the skills that you had as a creative and brought that to your audience and to brands. And so that's how we did it, guys. And that's how we took the thing we're passionate about, we took the thing we're good at, we put those things together, boom, hustle.
The rest is history.
Yeah. So, Sara, as if they don't already know, where can they find you?
Yes, Sara Dietschy everywhere. If you just want to Google me, Sara Peachy. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Sara Dietschy.
And can they still buy the merch?
No. Merch is sold out right now. I'll eventually get some new merch.
Yep.
Just go watch videos. That's like the biggest affirmation, like the biggest internet high five you would give me is just like watching the videos, because that makes me happy.
Yeah, and you know what, Sara? You get to ask the audience the question of the day.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is gonna come from left field.
Okay.
Speaking of left field, what's your favorite sports team if you have one? Because I don't care about sports ball, but I just spent a lot of time at the National College Championship, and I am fascinated that so many people so passionately care about sports. So, what's your team, and why do you care about them so much?
Pro tip, if you ever see me tweet about me thinking a team's gonna win or betting on a team, do the opposite. Yep, because mine always lose. In sports, I always pick losers in sports, but in tech, I always pick winners.
There you go.
All right, you guys. Go out there, create something awesome today, and watch all of the videos on our channels. Like this video if you like it. You do awesome stuff. I watch your videos all the time. I'm always in your comments. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out both of our awesome channels and all of our social media. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching. And don't forget, go out there and create something awesome today. Take care.